my gosh, if y'all only knew how badly I have been wanting to record this unboxing, and looking at the label on this unboxing, I've got the wrong box. So hold please. Here we go. This is why we're here. This is the December unboxing for this. Oh my gosh, the December 2025 intention box unboxing from Cloth and Paper, as you can see. So I haven't said it yet. Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Ashley with Ashley Sway with Words, and I'm jumping right in. I am recording. It is very late at night, like almost the next day, but like I said, I've been so anxious to record because I have been on some vacays. Y'all hear me? So I'm pulling everything out. I'm trying to be more prepared than I was with the last recording. Hopefully I put these videos out in order of when I recorded. So anyway, these are the contents from the December 2025 intention box. And as you can see, I'm just going to get started with what we see in the stack. I'm going to hold this off to be the last thing. As you can see, I kind of set it up. So when I went through the box at first, like I said, I tried to come prepared this time. And I won't even lie, I even did the pen test because I was seeing stuff on social media how this pen was being a stick in the mud, a pain in the butt, if you will. And I tested it out, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have any issues, at least initially. Don't pay any mind to this other stuff here. This is me testing out the pen. When I first started writing with it, it was doing wonders. It wrote really well, and then it slowly started to fade. So it's been sitting here since earlier today, and I am going to see if I can get it going again. Okay, so after it sat for a little bit, yeah, it's giving out again. I'm not going to struggle with this because I saw that there's apparently some tips and tricks in terms of how you can make the pen work, but it's not working right now. So we're just going to keep moving on. Now, oh, and I apologize. This is the Pentel Matte Hop K110, obviously blue ink, and it is 1.0 millimeters. So it worked when it wants to. The next pen, I didn't give any kind of explanation about this subscription box. So Cloth and Paper has monthly subscriptions that they call intention boxes. In those boxes, it's an assortment of different stationery products, which can include pens. Let's call them writing utensils. We'll do that. So in this box, there were 2 pens. So this other pen, which I have seen circulating around in the stationery world, is, oh, I didn't say this. Welcome, planners and fellow stationery enthusiasts. We're gonna get it together. So anyway, this is the pen called Blend. I don't know if it has another name or if this is the brand itself, but this is my first time checking this pen out. I think I've seen that people like it. I myself am not I'm not into juicy pens. I am on occasion. It just depends on what I'm using it for, but just standard writing, I like a more fine tip pen. So let's see if I can finish. Let me see if I can write my name. Okay. Maybe it's this cheap paper, but it writes okay. I'll test it out on some other paper It felt a little scratchy when I was writing, but I think it may be the paper. So obviously this pen works. Let's see. Yep. With anything that I do, it is writing. So, I mean, you can see I do other tests with this little notepad, but we're going to keep it moving. Don't mind my little scraggly around the house sweater that I have on. All right, so this I'm excited about in the December intention box. I remember seeing this from the previews. These are, okay, I didn't come all the way prepared. Let's get some assistance. I like this packaging, but it is kind of hard to get into it. Oh, that was really nice. Okay, so these are task folding sheets, stickers. Let's see if it's a sticker. I think it is a sticker. In the color ash, is called an editor's note. So a little trick that I do to try to combat the little curling that can occur is I take this, I think this is like a painter's, some type of artist or painter's tool, and I use it to ease up my sticker so that way it pretty much stays flat. So yes, there is adhesive from here to here. So what you can do is stick it onto your page or whatever item you are using to work with. Write a little note. Since that was the last thing that I said, I'm going to say that. Write a little note. Yeah, this pen still feels a little scratchy to me, but again, it could be the paper. I don't know. But the way you can use this is you can flip this up, and it's pretty thick too. So that's interesting. It's not like regular paper. What I might do if I really want this to stay closed, it looks like a little folder, a little manila folder. If I want this to stay closed, I might use a little piece of washi tape because I don't like when stuff can kind of just hang open. So yeah, I like this doohickey. It's a cool little thing to have. So that is the task folding stickies in ash. All right, and then we have this different color blue, different shade of blue for stickers. These stickers are not new to people who are aware of cloth and paper. You have seen these, I call them like half moon shapes. Excuse this. Half moon shapes, half circles, however you want to call it. Let's get this is not a threader. I forgot what it's called. The color is hyacinth and they are transparent. And yeah, they just perform like any other sticker. People, I mean, obviously in the marketing, you've seen cloth and paper. If you have seen it, they've used it to mark off calendars in there. That's coming up, so I won't use that right now, but I will just go ahead and put a little demo right here for ya. So that is the hyacinth stickers. Not sure how I'm going to use these yet because I don't know, I don't really gravitate towards this shape in particular, except for maybe something like this to highlight a header. I think that's my go-to with this shape. So that is the second item. So what I did is, this is another item, but what I did is I stuck some things in here because this is what I did prep ahead of time. I didn't want them flying all over the place because I knew I needed to grab the box. So I'm going to start with the smaller things. And this is our February card. How can I show this? Here we go. February. I need to make sure I'm still recording too. Yeah. Okay. So this is the February card. Nothing special. If you've seen other people's videos, you've seen it before. If you've seen a previous video that I've done, this is the February. This is the monthly card on a vellum. Let's see. This is a very thick cardstock titled Mindset. Has curator, the year. Curator, I'm assuming, would be yourself, the year you're using it, and then whatever memo you want to put with that. Then you have something called planner system cards. Now, I remember seeing this in the previews, and I thought that this was the size of maybe like CP Petite. So if you're not familiar with that, I will show you real quickly what that is. So this is 4x6, like the inside of it and everything. And this is significantly smaller. Not a deal breaker, but I thought it was like a true insert. Now, I didn't realize it, but these are, so basically all four of these have that thick, very, very thick cardstock. So this looks more like a reference item, not necessarily something you would probably, you wouldn't want to hole punch it because you would cut off space for writing, but you can stick it into whatever system that you're using. So this is a way for you to map out how you want to use all of this stuff that we purchase, whether it's from, you know, Cloth and Paper or any other stationery company. So I like the idea of trying to map it out. I probably won't use it necessarily, but it can definitely come in handy. So that is that. I'll just put that right there. And then this is our, I guess I'm going to call it a journaling card. And it is called, yeah, it's the last one for 2025, Closure. I love this. It looks like a little photo of some filing systems. And it's just a way to tie out the end of the current calendar year with this card, all of the cards that we received this year. So it's really nice. Something else it may have and may not have been in here. Okay. These adhesive vellum pockets. So I imagine the way that this works is you remove this portion right here, you stick it into your system of choice, and then you can tuck. So this is where this stuff may come in handy. You can tuck. See, there is a little bit of resistance, but you just have to work it in there. It's not terrible. Let's see, hold on. I don't want to quote unquote break it. There we go. Okay, there we go. So you can actually use it for this. So instead of thinking that, I don't know why my mind went to punching disc holes in this, you can actually use the adhesive pocket to store this. So this is really nifty. It's interesting because I just bought some in a larger size. But you can never, I don't think you can ever have too many pockets, because if you're into what Cloth and Paper puts out, you're going to keep wanting to buy the things, and you're going to want to buy things where your system is pretty much, if there's some staples in your system, i.e. you want to tuck things in there, adhesive vellum pockets or vellum pockets of any type, you can find useful. Oh, the theme of this box is called Archive Routine. I just checked it out on the back of the journaling card. I really like this image, by the way. Okay. And then what came in this envelope is, I remember what it was. It's a note. It's something you can write a note to yourself. So it's just a blank sheet of paper that you can, you know, date, write something out to yourself. This looks like a standard 8.5 by 11. Write a note to yourself, fold it back up, and tuck it back in and file it away. So I won't worry about putting those smaller items back in, because that was just for the sake of me sharing it and having it all in one space and not, like I said, sliding all around. The next thing that we have is the Let's make sure I open it up right. Okay, here we go. So this is the, I don't know what you call this. Let me look at the journaling card. This is called the 2026 Yearly Fold Out Insert. So I believe they came out with this last year. I don't know if it was the first time, but you can use this to track or document whatever the thing or those things are throughout your whole entire year. So obviously the first side of this fold out will have January through June 6th, June 6th through June, and then the back side will have July through December. I have no idea what I'm going to use to document this because you have to keep in mind I'm going to use this as my little pointer like I'm in school or something. This box is very, very narrow. So what I may end up doing is using some type of key and then apply either stickers or a color coding system to represent whatever it is for whatever month it is throughout the year. But I forgot to mention that you can, this is in the half letter size because I chose that size for this particular box. I wanted it something as big as it could be. Well, that's not as big as it could be, but I am floating between a half letter, which is 8 discs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the CP Petite, which is 6 discs. I did not need a CP Petite size of this fold out. So that's why I opted to get this one, or that's why I have this one in my box. Obviously, if you have a personal size or A5, it's going to change, the dimensions will change for the different size planner you have. Okay, and then we have this duo dashboard, which, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the way that it looks. I already know I'm going to separate these two and figure out something else to do with this. This reminds me of a game. Okay, the name of the game is Connect Four. I was going to say, this is crazy, I was going to say Plinko from, what is it? The Price is Right, which is both. It's really both. It reminds me of Connect Four and Plinko. I think it was called Plinko, where you drop the little disc and it would like go down, whatever. It reminds me of that, but I'm going to separate these two because I think I prefer something solid behind here as opposed to this busy thing. I like this though. I really like this. I kind of wish they would have done the blue, the hyacinth blue or some shade of blue for build from your inner blueprint. Maybe they thought that was too, not intentional, but too in your face because it already says blueprint. But I think that would have, I don't know, I just think I would have liked the blue for the wording, the more bold wording. I didn't realize it, but it has stuff in the background. Let's see if I can make out anything. Throughout our planners and our journals, we find evidence of the ups and downs of our lives. Keeping our days written out allows us to find the beauty in each day, the little things that make us laugh, the new faces we've met, the errands we run each week, all of it perfectly archived. Okay, I'm not going to keep reading it because, oh, it does end. I thought it was going to keep going on and on forever, but I like it. I like the message that's behind build from your blueprint, inner blueprint. So that is the duo dashboard. Then we have some inserts. I really should have taken this out. This is to help you declutter your shit that you have accumulated throughout the year or years, whenever you got hit by the stationery bug. So this is for you to lay it out in pencil and paper, or pen and paper, excuse me, pen and paper, because that's just what we like to do. We like to write stuff down. So you have here your category, what you want to keep, what you want to revisit, and what you need to let go. So I don't know how many sheets this is, but it is back and front. and I'm just flipping through to see if there's any differing. Nope, there isn't. And they, as usual, with the inserts, they give you an idea of what you can use to fill it out. So they have a category for creative projects, habits and routine, and then mental clutter. I won't read through that because I just don't want to waste time doing that. So these are cool inserts. I don't think I'm going to use this at this point, but I might need to use it in January because I have a lot of stuff and I am starting to forget what I have. So this will come in handy to help me out with that. Okay, so then we have, y'all, I did not see this. I don't know how I didn't see this in any of the things that they were the videos that they were putting out. Let me take a second and open this. And I intentionally did not open this one because I had not seen it and I am very intrigued by it. So this is, oh, okay. This has to be like a planner cover of some sort. But anyway, this is hard to see, hard to read, but it looks like a piece of masking tape and it has closure. I'm not even going to try to read this because it is very, very faint, but I like it. Oh, and then they have a dashboard that says fin for finish. So I think that's French. I should know. My daughter is taking French lessons. So yeah, I would guess that this is a way for you to archive what you got throughout the year, or an attempt to. So this is really cool. And then looking at the dimensions of how this is overhangs, this is definitely like a front cover and back cover. And this is a way for you to say you're finished for the year. So I do like that. Then our final item, which is the, let me take a peek because I want to say the right name of this. This is the spiral desk calendar. Okay, so I played around with it because I did want it to act right or be ready for it to act right when I get ready to, I don't know how I'm going to use this yet. Okay, so there is a long set of words here that I'm going to read on my own, but you can see it. This is a desk calendar, if you will, spiral bound, and it's unique. It is very unique. I've never seen anything like this. It has the year for it, and it is a monthly calendar for you to document things. So similar to the fold out, but this one you can obviously put in your system, and then this one, it just sits on your desk if you would like. So it lays out the number of days in each year, in each month, and it has, of course, the month and the month, the number of the month spelled out, and then the year. Now, I do want to, whoops, do a little comparison. This is the, I forgot what this is called, Tearaway Calendar. And I wanted to make note of the font. It is consistent between the spiral calendar, desk calendar, and the Tearaway calendar, which I can't wait to start using this. I don't know how I'm going to use it, but I'm just going to be excited to rip off as each day goes on. I'll just put it right here because I'll probably clink again. But as you can see, oh, I'm just now realizing, so there are 4 different sections. It could represent each week, and you can jot down whatever highlighted event, thing, appointment, however you choose to use this for the month. I'm just gonna flip to a random month in the middle to see. So yes, it seems to be consistent. So you know, some months it will have 5 weeks on occasion. I don't know, maybe they did take account for that. I'm not gonna look it up to see if there are any where there are 5 weeks, but I think it would be difficult to try to do that. But I can confirm that the days of the number of days in each month, it will coincide with the month. So it's not like a straight up 1 through 31 each time. Because I saw April, it said 1 through 30. So I think this is cool. I'm not sure how I'm going to use it yet. When I say how I'm going to use it, meaning what am I going to document here. So, but it will just live on my desk or somewhere in my office until I figure out how I want to use it. So, all in all, the things that the items that I was most excited for in this particular box was the fold out, the monthly fold out, excuse me, the yearly fold out. I would have to say the task folding stickers in ash. And actually, I have one that snuck up on me, and that is this cover set with, in particular, it's just something about this little faux tape here and it's saying closure that really speaks to me. It's very subtle, but I like it. So my top 3 choices from this intention box are the covers, the task folding stickies, and then this yearly insert fold out. So anyway, I just wanted to share what we received in the December intention box, although I'm pretty sure by the time I post this, it's going to be eons, gobs and gobs of it. But I always like to see different people's takes on things, so I figure there are other people out there like me as well who wants to just eat up all of the videos talking about stationery as much as possible. So thank you for joining me. I hope you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening when you decide to tune in. And thanks for sticking around to the end, even though I was kind of like a little bit of a mess getting started, but it's all good. It's all good. So anyhow, hope you catch me the next time for the next video. Take care.